Right now, we're going to turn to Decision 2021 and the hotly contested race for mayor of Buffalo. 11 days away now from the election, but as we mentioned, early voting actually begins tomorrow. And that's when one of the biggest names in the Democratic Party will be here in the Queen City.
Yeah, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez will stump for India Walton. Incumbent Mayor Byron Brown, also a Democrat, lost the primary, but is running a write-in campaign. So he's out there reminding people how to quote-unquote write down Byron Brown. And joining us now is Geoff Kelly, reporter with Investigative Post, who has been following the mayor's race probably closer than anybody in town.
Yeah, Geoff, I want to start out with some of these recent endorsements in this race. U.S. Senator Chuck Schumer threw his support behind India Walton yesterday. He's, of course, a huge name, maybe not as huge as AOC these days. We mentioned that she's in town this weekend to stump for Walton. I know that you're set to interview the Congresswoman. How important are these two endorsements as we start early voting tomorrow?
Well, they're both important. Chuck Schumer, in a way, is more important because he ranks higher than AOC, even if AOC is arguably more famous. But he is also a moderate Democrat, and that is significant because, of course, one of the challenges India Walton has faced in her candidacy is convincing moderate and conservative Democrats that her more progressive policies are something that they can find palatable, that they can vote for. So Chuck Schumer is sort of a vote of confidence in Walton, which she will certainly use in this last week. As for Ocasio-Cortez, well, she certainly energizes Walton's natural base, and that's why she's here. She's here to kick off their get out the vote effort. Tomorrow, early voting begins. So AOC is here to rally Walton's troops and lead them down to the Board of Elections to vote.
Yeah, Geoff, we learned today that Walton, Brown, and another write-in candidate, Ben Carlisle, will debate at St. Joe's High School this coming Wednesday. So what else are you keeping an eye on between now and the election?
As is my wont, I'm keeping my eye on the money, on independent expenditures. Now, both candidates have benefited from big expenditures from outside parties already. Working Families Party dropped a lot of money on TV ads for Walton, and the New York State Association of Realtors last month spent even more money on canvassing for Byron Brown. And I expect to see more of that in the last week, more independent expenditures and last-minute floods of money, donations to the campaigns themselves. And so I'll be keeping an eye on that.
And we should remind everyone, again, Geoff Kelly interviewing Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. We're fortunate that we'll be able to show you a lot of that later on this evening. Geoff, looking forward to that. Thanks for your time. Good to see you.
Thank you for yours.